Today on Island Focus, you will enjoy meeting Harry Wong, who is the artistic director for Kumu Kahua Theater. Glad you could be with us.
Thank you for having me here.
Thank you for taking the time. This is your stomping ground downtown, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I live downtown too, actually. Walk to work every morning.
So Kumu Kahua Theater is a small, intimate little theater that I know very well from years ago. Maybe you can share with the audience why it's special, where it's located, and what it means to you.
Kumu Kahua Theater is on the corner of Merchant and Bethel Street, and it's about 100 seats in the theater. Our mission is to do plays by local writers about Hawaii. Kumu Kahua, I guess it would be in proper grammar, would be Kahua Kumu, and a kahua would be a mound or a platform in which hulas were done. And then Kumu, we take it to mean source. And so then the source of the theater are the writers. And so then any writer that wants to say something to our community, who wants to confront the community or celebrate the community, our theater is there for them. And then so we work on them to make their plays as good as possible, and then we produce them. And then that's kind of unique, I guess, in the United States. We just had a theater and communications conference in Miami Beach. And then so then there were a number of theaters, like there's Asian American theaters on the mainland, there's Hispanic theaters or African American theaters, but there wasn't a theater that was dedicated to the place they were from, producing. So then we produce plays about the Japanese experience here, or about Chinese immigrants, or
So it's not just Hawaiian focused, it's really local.
It's local. Yeah. And we also have like Hawaiian plays too, and Hawaiian playwrights.
Well, that's my experience with you. Years and years ago, being in Kumu Kahua's ʻŌlelo play by Vicky Nuvel, which you remembered.
Yeah, I remember when I saw you, I was like, hey, you're in ʻŌlelo.
Yes, and the experience of being part of something so intimate and so special really changed my life. Do you find that for other people too?
There's one professional theater here in Hawaii. It's the, well, actually there might be two. One is the Hawaii Opera Theater. The other one is the Honolulu Theater for Youth. The rest of us are community theaters. And then and there's an ethos, I guess, to it. And then one of them is that anybody who ever wanted to get on stage, they're welcome to come. So even if they just acted in a show like in high school, and then they had to go to work and take care of their kids, and then now their kids are in high school, the theater is there for them to experience that art, to develop it as far as they can. And we've had people who have never done theater, but they've always been interested, and they come and they audition, and then we put them up on stage and we challenge them with intense roles in which they have to act in. And then I guess Kumu Kahua, it's also a benefit if you speak pidgin, so then you're welcome to talk the way you talk. And then for audience members, it's the first time they come and they go, hey, that's my uncle up there on stage. He sounds just like that.
Well, and what I appreciate so much about what you offer the community through Kumu Kahua is not just a place that's safe to explore who you are, but also to share and inspire creativity. Like here in the museum, I'm very touched by the local artists that are displayed. Do you find that creativity is a little bit scary for some people sometimes to reveal, or?
Yes, in the same way that if you're an actor and you have to be vulnerable on stage, like there was a famous Polish director, his name was Grotowski. And then he asked an actor, so have you ever had your heart broken? And he goes, once, like that, my heart was broken. And he goes, well, every night your heart needs to break. You're an athlete of the heart.
Wow.
Yeah. And then so look, for actors, they have to, the audience will kind of react to technique. They may or may not.
Right.
But to see somebody actually vulnerable and open themselves up, they will always react to that. And it's the same thing with writers. Like I've had writers who've written the end of a play, and then it's a happy ending, like somebody who's been persecuted by a landowner or something, and I say, oh, and then they're offering you a job now. Yeah, to work for that same guy who took away your family's land. And then the writer at that time said, well, yeah, he tells them no. And I said, is that really what happens? And he goes, no. He goes to work for him, and it just twists him up inside for the rest of his life. And I said, that's what you want to put on stage. Don't be afraid to tell the truth.
Well, thank you so much for telling us the truth about creativity and about your theater. We'll have to talk a little bit further in the future. Thank you so much.
Definitely. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you. On Island Focus today, you've had the pleasure of meeting Harry Wong, who is the Artistic Director for Kumu Kahua Theater. Happy you could join us.